some decent roaming potential once GPK is able to get into a decent start. Of course, the Void Spirit is a pretty good matchup for the puck, but again, Kiritich has shown many times that he's very happy.
Yeah, well, so far, they're still holding Xnova mid lane. Nightmare's going to be able to set up for the 8th of Remnant. They will already TP back one, but the Wyvern isn't fast enough. Cold Embrace, unfortunately, was on cooldown for Katsuomi, so 7 minutes is what it takes, but Xtreme, they'll draw first blood.
Exactly what you would be wanting out of your supports here, so good start for Xtreme.
Maybe going to try and respond, though. Bottom lane movement, GPK's first of the game towards the Timber. They're going to have the damage against the 2 points in reactive armor. XXS is making it really work for it, but unfortunately, if he had level 6 all of a sudden, there's a completely different story down bottom. Maybe he even gets some kills and he doesn't die himself. Yeah, I think it made a really good movement down to mid-mirror. Speaking of him, though, he's getting ganked not only from Xnova, but along with nothing to say. Have they got any TPs? They're going to get the one out of the Wyvern, but once again, this time it will be too slow. So Wyvern's response is both times now.
Who got that kill, actually? It was Army, so even better for Xtreme.
And they're actually going to go back towards top. So again, Radiant have an observer that will see Xnova, but it's going to give them that information a little bit too late. Now, Katsuomi is still playing in the lane instead. And this time he's got the Winter's Curse as well. We'll use it aggressive onto Xnova, but it's not the best. Like, they needed a far better curse from Katsuomi. Miero will still go down in the end. Maybe not, actually. Miero will live, and now with the 3-man coil, Save is actually going to be able to step in range.
Is anyone going to die?
Nothing to say. Gets a Resonant Pulse. He's got a big wand as well. Nothing to say. Getting run down by Kiritich. And with Kez's movement, it's going to be a double kill for GPK. Now, Army is completely alone. I mean, this is no man's land territory for the Alchemist. And BB will surround him and get a massive kill onto the carry from XG. Yeah, they were starting to move back towards the other direction, but as soon as he shows in the lane, never mind.
They're going to play around power in instead.
Yeah. I feel like this is high probability of the play working, which they might be right with nothing to say, jumping in aggressively. And for the Void Spirit's being able to soak up a lot of attention, but the Wyvern Curse is better this time. Katsuomi will set up for the double call. Kiritich is actually going to fly into the middle. They've got one, and now the bash as well from Miero. Picture perfect. That chain goes off. It's the Timber living. But now FI is also going to be run down next as well. So not just 1, 2, but an extra. A third for them. Very lucky with the timings. Now Arme, this is a massive kill. He's one camp almost, I believe, of completing the Radiance.
Spidey senses though.
Yeah, and he does, but unfortunately those Spidey senses were a couple seconds delayed. And the Radiance will not be bought. They're going to smoke up and play behind GPK, who's solo sieging. Is this too deep? Like, at the T2 tower, do you actually need the puck? I mean, the orb, I suppose, helps with you to close the distance. And yeah, GPK will get there.
The genius of the Slardar pick, last pick overall, right? You don't give him that opportunity. And so you're just free to do whatever you want without fear of this Alchemist really contributing. And what you're getting in exchange is so much better.
Is this deep? I questioned the last attempt.
Coming.
This time will not be as successful, but the smoke, nothing to say. Xnova might step over from the west side. Face Shift will instantly eat the Remnant. And Kiritich is going to be able to do nothing to disrupt that. Die will even bring Arme to bottom as well. They want to try and reap all the rewards they possibly can. Now, Miero is super quick. The Fiend's Grip was lasted for a second onto Kiritich. As soon as that was used, was cancelled immediately. Now, they might even be able to get nothing to say too.
Katomi's done a great job here.
Miero, is he going to have enough mana to be able to get him with the crush follow-up? He's ready to go, but doesn't find the connection. Kiritich going to be able to use the grappling cord to disengage, gets out of danger. They might be able to go back in though. XXS, bunch of damage onto Miero. They've got to respect both sides back and forth, making sure they don't overplay their hand. But unfortunately, FY was one of the players that did. I think that maybe you have the wisdom that they could try and contest as well in about 25 seconds. So we'll see where they actually go after.
Nice, perfect. Wyvern one's pretty trash, to be honest. So they'll be thankful for that.
Speaking of blind, is he going to die to the damage over time? Looks like that will be the case. Save unfortunately loses his Earth Spike. Nothing to say. Had to commit to get the kill. And now unfortunately, he's not going to live to tell the tale. So let's see if they try and get Army involved in the smoke. So he's got the Blink Dagger that he just bought, so you'd like the Alchemist to be showing up, but he's not going to be there for the fight inside the river. They'll try and stop at the coil early to make it a little bit difficult for the Void to get away. Kuratic is really far in the back line. But just only wants his FY. He won't get him. He's going to have some problems, but man, of BETBOOM doing such an exceptional job to just enable how deep and aggressive Kuratic can play. You either protect it with a Cold Embrace, a Curse, or you've got Miera that's always there to stop them with the crushes. This Fiend's Grip has just never been a possibility throughout this game. They beat Liquid and then lost to Tundra in round 2. So,
okay, so 8th.
Yeah. Katsugomi's got to go, but you also... Slardar's got to go as well, apparently, but this one's already jumping the Void Spirit.
Surviving a bit longer.
They're doing an okay job to get him out, but the silence and chain control, it's just too much. You've even stolen the Earth Spike as well on to save. We can now use this to potentially catch up to some of the remaining members of XG, trailing deeper and deeper. And there, once again, is no Alchemist in sight. Not even remotely close. Arme has the blinders on. This guy's just seeing creeps this game.
Yeah. Arme can please. Needed right now. Just farming. And instead, it's going to be a backline dive coming through here from BETBOOM.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nothing to say again.
Yeah, we saw how important it was, the initiation before. Now, someone does walk into a Remnant, but it doesn't matter. Miro, nice Nightmare. Avoids the follow-up, but the silences just last too long. Bane's gone in an instant. Arme tries to do his best, but it just doesn't matter. Look at his net worth. This is an Alchemist. He's got to have more farm. I know he gave a Scepter away, but it just doesn't matter. They've got nothing.
There it is.
And they haven't had anything in the tank for a good portion of this game.
The RTZ DC as well coming through from Arme there, out of there. Nice and quick. He did not have a good time that game. Neither did Nothing to Say, ending that one 1-8-3. And
yeah, not looking good. Not looking good for him. Not looking good for XG, which is a little bit problematic again, considering we are all really building up. I feel like for China teams specifically, every team we're really building up for TI and whatnot. But